I encountered over the years. Um, so many people, Christians and non-Christians, who have experienced this thing called sleeping paralysis, where, at least in my case, I would just wake up in the, in the dead of the night. I can only blink. I can only move my eyes. Usually, I will be sleeping on my back. I cannot move. I cannot talk. I cannot do anything. And then fear comes and overwhelms you. It's very interesting how the first time it ever happened, it became after soon after I became a Christian. My sister told me that she encountered the same thing in our old house before me. My sister has unfortunately never served the Lord, which shows that demons don't choose. They can, yeah, they can attack Christians because you serve the Lord, so they want to scare you and discourage you, but they can also scare away anyone. Um, so this is my experience. I know that not everyone's experience is the same, but there's always the people say it was dark, it was scary, I couldn't move. Some people even say I felt there was something dark, demonic. I even heard or saw or felt something like heaviness, maybe on their chest, like something was riding them or not possessing them, but oppressing them, or even seeing something or feeling such a heavy, dark, evil presence in their room. From your vast experience dealing with this and listening to people who had similar experience, can you please explain what is sleeping paralysis, and could it be both explained from medical perspective, because I Google it and it can, but can it be also once when it's explained through the spiritual way, can we somehow reconcile these two views?
Yep. Yep. So sleep paralysis is a real thing. It's a known medical condition. You know, people are going to be like, what? Just hear me out. We actually did this on the Paranormal podcast also, sleep paralysis. Read several studies on it. So sleep paralysis, when you sleep in a certain position and your brain is transitioning from one level of consciousness to the other, and a few other physical conditions, people tend to experience like there's a presence in the room, terrible pressure on their chest, terrible fear, and then almost a wakefulness state, and they can't move, and then eventually it goes away. So it's a known medical thing that happens. Your brain just, when these certain things line up, this is what your brain does. Your brain's trying to make sense of probably difficulty breathing and a few other things, and that's the narrative your brain puts together. And I don't think in most cases it's not demonic. Notice I said most. I think that creates a position of vulnerability for people, makes them open to a demonic attack. And in some situations, it becomes a demonic attack, and the fear is so intense, and it just becomes demonic. So in most situations, it's not, but it can. It opens you up to attack. In some cases, it's a horrific spiritual attack. Now, here's what's amazing: in both situations, just the medical, and I say just, it's terrifying. I've never had sleep paralysis, but from what I read, it's terrifying. So just the medical condition or the more extreme demonic thing jumps on you, the solution's the same. You set your mind on Jesus. Okay. So if it's just a medical condition, you can almost set your mind on just about anything, and it'll calm your brain. It'll bring your brain into the level of consciousness where you regain control of your body. But Jesus is probably a good bet anyway, just in case it's demonic, right? Because the demon will respond if you call, and you have to just think it. You have to just think it. Think his name, and it'll work. Use it as a weapon. Jesus is a weapon when it comes to the enemy. So it's really interesting. Check out that episode. We concluded that it was usually a medical, but some situations, those, now listen to me carefully. Being in a certain physical position with your brain doing certain things to your consciousness made an open doorway to demonic attack. I'm just going to leave it there.
That's wild.
Certain relaxing positions with your brain doing something with its consciousness open the doorway to a demonic attack.
Yeah, I notice in my case it will be usually sleeping on the back,
Yeah.
but I barely sleep on the back. I usually sleep on my stomach or on the
Well,
side.
either case, just call on the Lord, and it'll.
Yeah, yeah, I usually do that inside myself because I
Yeah. Right.
cannot talk. And then within, I don't know, a minute, minute
Yep.
and a half, two, yeah, I start moving my limbs slowly,
Mhm.
or yeah, I can talk.